Hi, I'm Mitchell Mazzoni. Today I'm going to be walking you through the final prototype for the individual product in human-computer interaction CS7650. Um, so this prototype is for a mobile application. Um, it is kind of a further iteration of my second prototype during the initial prototyping, but it incorporates elements of pretty much all the prototypes that I did, namely the first prototype was just a lock screen widget showing basic information, and people really liked how quickly they could take things at a glance there. So you'll notice the entire left side of the screen is all easily interpretable information. Um, we got the basic date and time in huge font. Um, the weather throughout the day is displayed on this graph here, so you can just take that at a glance. Um, and then if you want more deep information, which was kind of what the third prototype was, all that is available on the right. So basic information is on the left. And real quick, the idea behind this application was that it synthesizes weather information, kind of reducing the cognitive load um, on users of normal weathering apps, because one thing that I found in need finding was people would get all this information like humidity, wind speed, and they didn't really know how to apply that information. They didn't know what 60% humidity felt like versus 80%. So the application um, gives kind of a breakdown of what outfit will be comfortable. Um, and yeah, that's just the goal is to reduce cognitive load in that domain. So a few of the design elements that we have, these arrows all serve a similar purpose in changing the outfit. So they are all the same color, same shape. This red backward symbol is made red to indicate that it's associated with mistakes. This is the undo button. And then we've got the randomization button here uh, to randomly pick an outfit. And these are a few of the functional elements in this prototype. Gonna go ahead and move now to the settings. So one of the things that was specifically mentioned in need finding was the precision of temperature um, is something that not a lot of apps actually offer. I'm gonna pull up real quick. This is the default iPhone weather app over on the left. So you can see up at the top is their attempt at synthesizing information. And it gives a brief description, but this doesn't really give you like actionable advice or anything. Then right below it, we've got the daily forecast, um, but this is not editable to the best of my knowledge. There's no way to change the time frame. It's always hourly. And then even below that, for the 10-day forecast, they switched to an entirely new format for showing how the temperature is going to be indicated. So it didn't seem like there was a standard way that this was displayed in any of the interfaces that I saw. So I wanted to try something new. If you click this settings bar, opens up the settings menu. Main thing you control is temperature bar precision. Made sure that the temperature bars were visible while the menu was open so you could have immediate feedback. That's basic user preferences. You can close this menu either by pressing the settings icon again or by using the red X at the top. So this is looking for the buzzword. It's not necessarily a different modality, but it is offers a bit of flexibility. So I think this is intended as a mobile application. So if you just open the settings menu with your thumb like right there to check what things were set to, you could easily close it again without bothering yourself too much. But if you were actually using your index finger to change around the settings, I think it would probably make more sense to use the red X. So that's just a slight flexibility, um, just to be more comfortable. The randomization was kind of introduced to hopefully reduce cognitive load further, because you can walk through all the outfits until you find something you like. But you can also just blitz until something looks good. I love this. Good thing I didn't have to manually think about what I wanted to wear today. I could just randomly press the button until something I liked came up. But actually, what was that last one? Oh, this is also good. Um, do do do. Just checking my notes to see if there's anything else I wanted to mention. Undo button obviously used for tolerance. Um, the main interactable elements are all colorful, so you can change everything on this avatar. You can change the display of the weather bar. So those are all colored, and then the static information is all displayed in black. Um, Not necessarily static. I'm sure it would change from day to day, but the information that the user is not directly controlling, essentially. So there is a distinction there. And I think that is it. One of the goals was simplicity. A lot of people were mentioning that in their weather app, there's like a lot of animations going on when it's raining. Uh, but like you can look out the window if it's raining. So the goal of this application was to like simply provide more synthesized ideas to the user to reduce cognitive load. So that's a lot of the design choices. I'm going to check my notes real quick, but I believe that's all the points that I wanted to mention. Yeah, thanks for watching.